Boy, I'm especially unorganized today. Welcome to Friday Night Craft and Chill. Fat Red Foo, first in the chat. How you doing, man? Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. The time kind of got away from me. It's a little bit late right now. So we're going to do some chill, for sure, on some craft. We got this thing. I'll probably do some painting, but other than that, I'm not even really sure. I've been kind of thinking about doing like a back wall for maybe a kind of tavern, but I don't have a plan, so that's really not great because the windows, like I like to plan out the windows. But, here, let me get this other thing. Pants, like, you know what, I didn't link anything. I did end up painting this off the stream because I was, yeah, you probably saw it in the real Fat Red. It's a simple thing anyway. Linked comment. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Or link to Instagram. Share the link. Yeah. Pants almost didn't happen, but they did. Fortunately for you guys. Looks great. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna originally do it with a black wash and then a dry brush, but I just kind of went straight into the dry brush and I'm pretty happy with it. Job along in Toy City. How you doing, man? Alright, let me get a few things set up here. Work on this while I'm figuring out. Maybe I'll come up with a plan for something in my head while I'm doing this. So what are you guys up to tonight on this fine Friday night? On vacation, very cool. Hey, our ray of Friday Night Sunshine is finally here. Yeah, Ed, I may have been a little bit late tonight, but thank you for coming by. Just chilling, no crafting. Right on. I think what I'm going to start doing is actually like lining out some crafting stuff to do because I'm not really working on dio projects most of the time. Like most of the stuff I'm doing lately or tinkering with is 3D. So maybe just having a few things kind of queued up might help a little bit. Even if they're just simple things. Saw some dinos today. Like at a museum? Like some skeletons or something? Ah, crap. Too much paint. That'll be alright. We'll work that out. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Me and my janky dry brushing over here. Museum of the live ones in Jurassic Park. I don't know. He said he saw some dinosaurs. I thought maybe he got lunch with like you and Punk or something, Ed. You know, that would make sense. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh, man. Anybody in here watch anime at all, or too old for that? Mr. How do you say that name? Manny Vera Doritos? Doritos? What's up, Manny? How you doing, dude? Hope all's well with you, man. Just chilling out and relaxing here tonight. Man, I haven't seen you in here in a long time, Manny. Isn't this is a little late for you, isn't it, bro? Not in a good while. Yeah, I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll just peep out what's going on Amazon with one of them. It's late. I go to sleep at night. Yeah, I know, dude. You are usually done early. You take your, your vitamins or whatever it is you take at night, and then you're out. For anyone that doesn't know, that's Figure Kingdom on IG. Mr. Manny. Great photographer. Has lots of good stuff on there. He's been doing that for quite some time now with the toy photography. Melatonin. Suppository style. That's hardcore, dude. No half-stepping. You okay tonight, Manny? Are you up for a reason, or you just got busy or something? Probably working, I would guess. Ken's Toys. How you doing, Ken? Where did that index card go? Right there. Pro Wrest. All right, right on. That makes sense. That makes sense, man. Yeah, I actually have something I got to do at 6:30 in the morning, so it's gonna be a rough start tomorrow, but that's okay. I'll be all right. I usually stop this around 1 here, but I have a hard time winding down right after it. Even when I'm like kind of mellow and chill, just streaming, it's like I need about an hour at least usually to veg out. Dr. Pepperland, Eduardo. What's going on, Eduardo? How you doing, man? Throw some of those in the chat. Manny. Dude, I've been looking at, I think I saw you post on some of his stuff. I've been looking at that Toy Blocks guy a lot lately, man. He is really doing some cool stuff with those 3D printed dioramas. You got any of his products? When you hit the grid, yeah, exactly, Ken. And also, like, talking to people gets me more wound up, At the end of the night, I'll just don't speak much. I just kind of read, or maybe I'll watch something and fall asleep on it. But if I'm talking and trying to keep a conversation going, it kind of winds me up a bit. Dr. Pepper all the time, right? think the beige might be better. Hold on here. Briscoe. Where is oh, there's Briscoe. What's going on, Briscoe? Had a bit of a late start tonight. I see people are just kind of filtering in. That's cool. You guys stay up too late. That's all that is. I don't know. Does that even look lighter? That might be the absolute wrong color for this. No, that ain't gonna even highlight. That looks almost like the same damn color. That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely not. What do you got there? Oh, look at Ed putting up my Etsy link without me even asking. Thank you, Ed. Friday, we're supposed to stay up late. That's true, Briscoe. That's true. Pinned comment? I should pin that comment, huh? There we go. I don't know if that was the comment Fat Red was talking about, but that's the one that got pinned. Alright, let's see what this suede looks like. So what was your favorite dinosaur, Fat Red? Yeah, I might do. A gray would go well, actually. But I don't want it to blend too much because I'm going to do gray on this. Let's see if I can differentiate it a little bit. I think this is the color I usually use now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. Saurus. Oh, that looks... Yeah, thank you. I think so. Gives it that nice little pop. They had a head and hammer of the... Man, I'm not even going to try and say that. Just ankle? Ankylosaurus? Was the museum all dinosaurs' food? Good question. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me to the Museum of Natural History in Manhattan all the time. Dinosaurs was my favorite part of it pretty much every single time. Although some of the Egypt stuff they would have was pretty cool too. Raptors and Stegosaurus, nice. Armored like an armadillo, and you could almost see... Yeah, that's cool. So Ed, what kind of streams you gonna be doing this week? Anything going on for you? I know you've been kind of taking a little bit break from things. It seems like lately. Clubhouse tomorrow, guest on the 18th on Skunkworks Studio stream. Okay, that's cool. I don't really know too much about Skunkworks Studio. I mean, I've seen them around a little bit. Lunch at Cracker Barrel and dinner at Denny's. Lots of Dr. Pepper. Sounds good, Eduardo. I had a choice the other day between Dr. Pepper and a Coke Zero. And since I never had a Coke Zero before, I tried one of those. And it was not too terribly bad. Are you going to be hosting Clubhouse tomorrow, or are you just going to be on with Oz? Floored by your work here, yeah. Thank you, kind sir. Too kind. Jeff at Skunkworks Studios, and I have been friends for about 15 years. Wow. Nice. G.I. Joe Adventure Team. Oz is hosting tomorrow. Okay. That was a bad dad joke. We're all about dad jokes here. No problem. Do you get that joke, everyone? It's a floor, and he's working on it. Really looks good, so I'm floored by it. Get it? Get it? Get it? Very good. Very good. I like dad jokes, so no worries there. No, too much paint. I think that's right at the edge though, so it's not gonna matter. Yep, won't matter at all. Ooh. Now, something I was gonna do, but I got lazy, is I was gonna add some rock piles here and there, like just a little bit of cat litter, but it'll be all right. No, where did that brown paint come from? Yeah, he did. He did, Fat Red. He did. Me too, but kids don't. Yep, that's the whole point of dad jokes, is watching the younger people squirm. Thank you very much, fam. And I don't have a super chat thing because I don't have StreamYards to shout it out, but greatly appreciate that. I'll be here all week, folks. Tip your waitress and try the veal. It's been a long time since I had some veal. Thanks again, man. Appreciate your super chat. Yes, Briscoe, I'm sure it's brown paint. I'm not sure at the contents of what they made said paint out of at the factory, but I try not to worry about things like that. Maybe a little there, a little there, a little there. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna do a little back here. Okay, I guess we can do the edges now, because that would be the next thing to do. Trying to sound like I have something important to say. Let me get that paint. In the afternoon, I bought action figures for $4.99 at Ollie's Bargain. Yeah, Ollie's is pretty cool. You can definitely find some stuff at Ollie's. If you want all the Eternals, for instance. Ollie's is great for that. No, but you can find good stuff at Ollie's. No doubt. Hit every Ross on a trip to Florida. Wow, nice. Ed, if I did not say hello, hello. Vacation inebriated mode. Fat Red, are you trying to pretend like you need to be on vacation to be inebriated? Because that has not been my observation thus far. Or maybe gummies don't count in that particular, or gummy bears, that is. I'm not accusing or alluding to anything. Mudhorn Station. I have no idea what that means, dude. Is that supposed to be like a foghorn? I don't know, man. I know that feeling. I'm still... Yeah, vacation brain. I never go on vacation. Ever. Can't leave. But I did feel like the DFW Joe show kind of felt like a vacation. A little bit. It's from the Muppets. Okay, right on, right on. Trip D Outpost here. Hey guys, got some great stuff from Radnum. Thank you, Trip D. I hope you are enjoying that stuff. Hope it works out well for you. And nice to see you here tonight, man. Yeah, Trip D, I don't know how much kit bashing you do, but I figured maybe those extra parts, threw a couple extra things in there. Maybe you could use them for something, I don't know. But that little piece of a console, like you could always just stick it on a wall or something. I figured. This brush is too big and I need to switch to a smaller brush before I make this look like crap, but I'm not switching to a smaller brush because I'm being stubborn. Alright, well. Ooh. Guys, I forgot to say this. You are the best. Well, you're the best too, Eduardo. Thank you very much. And Eduardo, I wasn't sure, but if you did want this or to talk to me about potentially getting this, shoot me a DM, dude. Feel free. I can't remember when you said you were going to be... Are you here already? You might even be here already, man. It might already be too late. But, you know, it's all good. You're here like... I feel like you're in the United States more than I'm in the United States. Both pieces will go great. The off-the-wall desk, everything. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Trip D. So this is about the extent of what I'm going to do with this, probably. And you know, it's just the contrast, right? The contrast in colors make it pop. On camera, it'll look good. It'll have like that pop. The only thing I could do here that would probably make it even look crazier is if I stuck a white highlight coat around the edges. I'm not going to do that on this because it kind of looks a little bit even more like cartoony. But it's like sometimes I think it's easy to get scared of putting that brighter color on something that's darker or starting out darker. But once you do, it usually does a lot for the, you know, it just pops if it's the right color. It's just a base, man. Just a base for a shelf display. That's all. I mean, some people might find this style kind of like overdone because it's a bit kind of smacks of like dungeon tiles, right? But I like that. I like it. I like when some of those guys I've seen, it's almost like cell-shaded painted dioramas, like for Ninja Turtles and stuff. I can't remember the guy who does that, but those things look totally cool to me. I'm gonna fire up. You know, I don't really need the hot glue gun. I'm gonna do the hot glue gun then. I'll use hot glue and tacky glue on this. Let me grab that real quick. Alrighty, waiting on the old hot glue. Yeah, man, no worries with questions. Yep, it's pink foam. Pink insulation foam board, bought at Home Depot in the big 8-foot by 4-foot, 1-inch thick sheets. The prices have gone up a lot on it, but it's still only like maybe 25 bucks. You can get so many things built out of that one sheet. It's crazy. You could just build tons of displays with that. Most of the, actually all of it, the carving is done with, I did with this, just an extendo breakaway blade. And then there's some texturing on there. Some of it done with a rock, just smacking a rock in it, and a tinfoil ball for some of the, you know, like all this texture, and some of the, I don't know if you can see that well, but like some of the lamp's in the wrong spot. Ugh. Yeah, put the lamp in front of the camera lens. That's really going to help. But yeah. For sure, man, for sure. Great. Hot glue malfunction. Okay, there we go. We got what we got. Cool. The back is unfinished, but it's finished enough. Another century? I don't know about that. Eduardo, maybe next century the divorce rate will slow down a little bit and you'll have more time. Okay, what's the next thing to do tonight? I don't have anything lined up. Let me grab a piece of foam and think about it. You know, this thing has been sitting around for 4 years, maybe. Probably about 4 years, and I haven't ever used it for what it was intended. Originally, this was the back of a chair. A crazy-looking, like, stone chair for, oh, what's that dude's name? The Hulk. The Hulk with the stone chair. He was, Maestro. Yeah, it was for Maestro. And I made several different styles and sold a few of them, and then this one I just never ended up making. So instead of that, instead of it just sitting around, maybe I will just finish it up as a simple base, since we seem to be making bases right now. We're in our base era, as the kids might say. Make some rubble for that base. It already has this nice, neat wooden frame around the edge, but yeah, I think we could do that, Ed. The only thing that sucks is this wood piece goes across to the edges already, and this one is going to be in the middle, but it'll be all right. It'll be quirky. Rubble, you say, huh? Rubble ain't bad. So Ed says I need to add some interest to this. What do we got here? The carpenter must have been all hopped up on Dr. Pepper that day. Absolutely. Daniel Evans. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Judge not, lest you be judged. Love your neighbor as yourself. Daniel, have you been in here before? I feel like someone just came in and dropped that before. I'm not sure. Alrighty. Dr. Pepper is life. I mean, Dr. Pepper is your life, Eduardo, but not everyone loves Dr. Pepper. I know they're probably insane. Okay, I got it. Builders, we do not judge, and we are neighbors in the same hobby. Briscoe, my man, is true. I'm not a religious person. Right on. Yeah, I am, but I don't. I try to keep it all separate for this because honestly, we just need some spaces where we can just kind of hang out, man. Just try to keep this pretty chill, or at least that's been my philosophy thus far. But I wasn't. That's another story for another time. But that was a long process. So, rubble, huh? Do all kinds of rubble. Barney rubble, for one. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, Adam. We need some common ground spaces where we can just chill out. I prefer Betty Rubble. Right on. Great toy friends with folks that are very... Yeah. For sure. And that is possible. Totally possible. And probably a really good thing. A lot of people in New York, huh? I'm originally from New York too. Been in Texas for 28 years, I think. But I lived in Brooklyn and then I lived in Long Island. Went to high school in Long Island. So I was young, so I was a junior, but I was one of those idiots that that Ed probably scoffs at from time to time. Stony Brook, cool. I'm gonna be conflicted with this now, Ed. I'm not sure if I should glue it all to the base or leave the rubble modular. Modular sounds cool, but gluing it makes it actually like a thing. I don't know. We'll see. Also, it's a lot easier to paint if it's all glued together. It's a little harder to get paint separation. I don't necessarily mean glued to the base. Maybe just glue the rubble pieces together. Lived in New York my entire life, and I've never been to the city. That's kind of actually crazy, Tripty, when you think about it. Like, never in school or anything like that. Took a school trip to, like, the Statue of Liberty or anything. But you know, upstate New York is beautiful. If I had moved back to New York, I would never live in the city. Not in a million years. Long Island is pretty nice if you get far enough out. It's beautiful, but not as affordable as upstate New York. I would probably, heck, I'd probably go live in like Ed's garage for a couple of months where I was figuring out where to stay. Is what I would do. Of course, you know. Oh, York. The most I know about York is Wallace has sacked York from Braveheart. But yeah, that's, what is that? Northern England? Northern? I think it's up in the northern England. And Ed says he does not scoff at city folk. New York City is pretty cool. Visiting the, yeah, I mean, I didn't live in Manhattan. I lived in Brooklyn, but we went there a lot. North Yorkshire. Anytime we're heading down, we got some extra room. Right on, man. Right in. Northeast England, yes. Okay, cool. Very cool. So, Mudhorn, what's it like? Like, what's it like where you live? Is it more like countryside? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna carve a block or something to go here. I can't figure out what the next thing should be. Yeah, it's in the countryside, but technically it's a town, but only as it has a town hall. Goes back a long way. It's had a market charter ever since the year 1251. Yeah, that's a ways. Good night, Eduardo. Hope you have a good rest of your week, man. 1,100, 1,200 residents. Yeah, so that's a small, pretty small town. You know, even out there on Long Island where I lived, I went to high school in Eastport, but most of those towns around there only have a couple of thousand people, maybe 3 or 4,000. Maybe they've gotten bigger since then, but I don't think much. It's a lot of woods, deer, shoreline. But right near the Hamptons, which is nice, but tends to get a little bit more pricey, there's like a weird thing in the Hamptons, though. It's kind of like there's a very strong divide between the people who are rich and just have like mansions and stuff there for their summer homes or to get away from the city, and then the people, they call them townies, that live there and kind of take care of all the service industry and everything that needs to happen for it to function. I don't know, it was cool. I mean, I was a kid, I used to ride my bike all over the place. And even around, like, I don't remember the names of the roads, but there were roads with just like, you know, mansion after mansion after mansion. A lot of farming land around here. Yeah, that's cool. I've always kind of had, I've never been there, but I've always had like a bit of a fascination with the English countryside, Scottish countryside. It just looks like, you know, there's so much lore about the place. It seems like it would be, I mean, it's probably boring after a while if you just live there, but it seems like it would be fascinating to, you know, journey around there a little bit. Check it all out. Check out the Roman ruins, although I don't think they made it that far north, probably. Yes, they did. Oh, you're south of Hadrian's Wall. Okay. I thought you would be north. All right. Very cool. Grateful every day to live here. It does not get boring. That sounds excellent. know if I'm going to glue these other pieces or not yet, but I figure getting the base painted black before I put everything on there makes sense either way. It's very difficult to get black underneath, you know, rubble bits like this. All the odd angles, you're always kind of like trying to scrub the brush under there, so might as well get this done. And I forgot, but I really need to buy some more black. There's like just a tiny bit left in here. And I'll probably prime the sides of this brown. Prime, base coat, whatever. So, no, let me I thought I unplugged this. Before I get out of here, I was thinking, I don't know, I'm debating on whether or not to put some of these up on Etsy. Almost, I'm thinking, like, the problem with this stuff is I don't want to sell just one of these because the price is going to be too low to justify the shipping easily. So I kind of want to sell it in a kit or like a grouping. Now, while these two items do go together, I don't know, the drawer thing is kind of like a stretch in my mind, but I don't know, I might bundle them together or something like that. I mean, they do go together in the sense that they're all 1/18-ish and they're all functional, as in they're openable and you can store things in them. I don't know. I might do additional pieces that are similar for each, you know, like maybe make another one for this and maybe another like item or two that goes a little bit better with this, but I don't know. We'll see. Still thinking about it. I just noticed you don't prime with a Mod Podge base. Do you seal after you're happy with the piece? I prime everything with black Mod Podge base coat. Yeah, so that's the old Black Magic Craft thing. I don't always, man. I used to always seal everything with Mod Podge, and most of the time when I sell something, I do that, but not always, honestly. The look, and the reason why I don't use the Mod Podge mix is it's just messier. I mean, it works good. It's just messier. You know, the brushes, you got to really be on making sure you clean them quick, otherwise they get kind of funky. And it's just a thick kind of thing. It goes good for stone, but if you're doing like finer stuff, like the little detail things I do. You know, like stuff like this. If you try to put Mod Podge over the top of it, it's a nightmare because it wants to settle in all the little corners and cracks, and you just got to keep sitting there and trying to manage it. And honestly, I like the way things look better without Mod Podge, that matte look, but not as durable, honestly. So, yeah, it just depends. You pick 3-pack. That's not a bad idea, Fat Red. I'll consider something like that. I've been thinking about doing something with some options on it. I just haven't thought it through yet. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Jabberlong Toy City. It's always nice to have more barrels. Could do more barrels in a set. Yeah, 3 barrels in a set would probably work pretty well, actually. I haven't really seen any openable 1/18 barrels, but I haven't really been looking. And the multicolor on these came out really good. So, let me put this up. What time do we got? It's 12:58. Almost 1. Almost 1. I started very late tonight. I think I started at 11:20, so where am I at on the clock? Wow, it's only an hour and 37 minutes. This will be a short stream probably because I do have to get up at, I don't even know. I don't know. I gotta be out of here at 6:30 in the morning, so I'll be getting up at 5 something probably, maybe 5:30, 5:45. Ed says, yeah, I rarely use Mod Podge on dios. Right, because you don't sell them that much, Ed. You usually keep them for yourself. And I have some dioramas that have no Mod Podge on them, and I've had them for over 10 years, and they look fine. Because I don't smack them around. I don't have kids, I don't have cats, and I don't have many action figures either. You know, they have like one figure on them, so don't have tons of stuff falling and banging. Just hitting 7 a.m. here. Yeah, well, we're in slightly different time zones there, man. Mostly stonework. Yeah, it works great for stonework. Yeah, cheap brushes, yeah. Yeah, so, here, I think I have... So this is a chair. I know you needed me to tell you that. This one is without Mod Podge that I just did. And you can kind of get the vibe from how it looks. Now, I know you were saying in the base coat, and I'm talking about top coat here. And I kind of like that, you know, that matte kind of look. This has Mod Podge on it. So, does it look good? Yeah, it looks good. But you know, Mod Podge, you can see the brush strokes. It's a little more, I don't know. It's a thing. It doesn't look bad, and it's definitely more durable. Like the foam won't dent as much. Like this stuff, if you put a figure on, you gotta press it down, forget about it. You're gonna be denting that chair. But you know, you can see the brush strokes and stuff on it. If you're doing things that are uneven and organic, you don't notice it, but with like this style of stuff, it becomes more noticeable. I'm not totally against it, I just usually don't. But I don't really sell my stuff that much either that is made like this. I sold the consoles, and all those consoles, the red ones I sold, I did not use any Mod Podge on them at all. But the people that bought those, I think, understood that that's fragile, you know. And it's a console that sits next to a figure, not something that you have to, you know, stand a figure on or sit a figure in. Distinctly different, yeah. Yep. For sure, man. If I could do this and have it be durable, that would be awesome. But I still haven't figured out how to do that. Alrighty. Did we make it to 1? Woohoo! It's 1:02. I appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out. Thank you for the questions. Thank you to Famine Studios for the super chat earlier. I appreciate that very much, man. Have a few new people hanging out here. I guess, you know, like Triple D, Mudhorn, Adam Highly Articulated popped in, although I've known him for quite some time now. Appreciate everyone. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend and week, and hope to see you guys again soon. Take care.